right? So ways of identifying common nouns and proper nouns now. So as we said, a common noun is generic. That means it's just a basic name for anything, anyone that you might have, right? So as I said before, it's not capitalized unless it's at the beginning of a sentence. It's just the boy and the girl are both playing outside. You have boy, you have girl. You might not know exactly who the sentence is referring to. Those are common nouns. Good? They are simple and they are generic. A proper noun, it functions the same way as a common noun. It doesn't change your entire thinking of what a noun is or anything like that. The only difference is, the only major difference is, it's specific to one thing, right? So specific to whatever that noun is. It's not generic, and it's always capitalized. The first letter of it is always capitalized. Good? Good. Right. So now we have a few both common and proper examples of the same sort of sentences. So we have common, I want to be an actor. So actor there, common noun, because you have many different actors and actresses. Common. But then we have Hugh Jackman is a very good actor. So now we are talking about one specific actor. So that's where the proper comes in. Good? We have I want to get a pet kitten. Should have gotten a dog. Kit Kat is the cutest kitten I've ever seen. So we are talking about one particular, apparently very cute kitten in this instance. Right? Let us go into the city. Common. City is the noun. Right? Generic. There are many cities. Then you have, I would like to go into Porto, Spain later this week. So you know exactly which city the person is going into. Right? Would you like a cookie? Maybe after I'm done recording. I have a pack of indulgence to share with you. So good. So you're sharing with your friend an indulgence there. Again, a specific type of cookie. So you have indulgence, you have Oreos, things like that. One particular cookie. So you know if you want it or not. If you eat indulgence, but you don't eat something like Oreos, a common noun wouldn't actually give you what you want to know. Right? So good. So this one, I want you to remember, we are only dealing with proper nouns. So the proper nouns are the specific names for things. Remember that. So I want you to go through these sentences with me, and we're going to find the different proper nouns in these sentences. And what we will do is we will get the common ones after. So number one, the girl chased Bon Bon the rabbit through the village. So take a little time, and I want you to find the proper nouns only in that sentence. See if you can accomplish that. Right? So you have them. Number two, I am on my way to the airport to catch a flight to Barbados, where I will be visiting James. Good. Proper nouns only. Number three, King Arthur pulled a sword named Excalibur from the stone. So that's three. And number four, the dragon flew over San Fernando. Take a little time. Proper nouns only. Right? So we're going to start going over them now. Right. So the girl chased Bon Bon the rabbit through the village. So there are several different rabbits. You may have a pet rabbit, so you never know. And your rabbit will have a different name. So if you hear somebody is chasing Bon Bon the rabbit, and your rabbit isn't named Bon Bon, then you will know not to worry. Your rabbit is safe. So Bon Bon there is a specific name to one rabbit. Right. So number two, I am on my way to the airport to catch a flight to Barbados, one specific country where I will be visiting James. So you may be going Barbados another time to visit Sally or Michael or Jeremiah. So you have to know who exactly you're visiting when you're going. Number three, so we have King Arthur. So there's one particular king, because you may have any number, pulled a sword named Excalibur. So we have the sword, we know that Excalibur is a sword, but this one has a name. So it's one particular thing from the stone. So we knew from before that sword and stone are also nouns, but they are not proper nouns, so they won't be here. And for number 4, the dragon flew over San Fernando. So if you live Port of Spain and you hear that a dragon flying over San Fernando, you know that it's not coming by you and you are relatively safe. But if you just say the dragon flew over the city, then you won't be sure. So let's go on to see if we can identify the common nouns now. So number 1, the girl chased Bon Bon the rabbit through the village. So we have 3 common nouns in that sentence. We have girl, which, as I said before, is definitely a common noun. It can be something used to identify any number of female children. We have rabbit. So in this instance, you have where somebody is chasing a rabbit through the street, and you may think it's yours because you have a rabbit and they didn't tell you exactly what the name is. So you may go outside and decide to check on yours through the village. Good. So number 2 now. Giving you a little chance, find the common nouns in number 2. Good? Good. So let's see what we have here now. So I am on my way to the airport to catch a flight to Barbados, where I'll be visiting James. So before, when we were doing proper nouns, we had Barbados and James being nouns as well. So we know they are nouns. They name something. But the only common noun we have here now would be the word airport, because that's the only general thing, because you may have more than one airport in a country. Good. So number 3 now. Take a little time. Right. So King Arthur pulled a sword named Excalibur from the stone. So you have 2 different things now, because you can have any number of swords and not all of them would be called Excalibur. So if you're using sword, it's general and it's just you saying, okay, he pulled a sword from a stone, but this sword has no name. And again, stone is a noun here. It's the name of a thing, right? So, yeah. So last one. So the dragon flew over San Fernando. So what we have here is dragon being the common noun, right? So how many did you get between the common nouns and between the proper nouns? Hopefully you got all of them, and if you were to get a sentence, a paragraph, you could identify them on your own now. So what we're going to do now is we're going to have a little short review and see the kind of things that we have done before and see if we can use those things in our own now. So we already know that a noun is the name of a person, a place, animal, or thing, right? We have established that. We have different examples of all the different types of nouns. So if you have nouns for a person, it can be James, or it can be boy. It can be Sally, or it can be girl. They are all different nouns for different people, right? We have places. So you can have village, or town, or city, or you could specify it, and you could have Princess Town, you could have San Fernando, you could have Port of Spain, right? So there are different types of nouns for those as well. Animals. Pets is always a good one to use because you can see that when you have your pets, you may specifically name your pet. So you may have a pet dog and his name might be Rex. There are both nouns there. So you have dog, which is the name of his species, and then you have Rex. So if you have several different dogs and you decide to call on Rex alone, Rex knows it's him you're calling and it's him to come. So if you just say, dog, come, 5 and 6 of them might show up at the same time. We're trying to avoid that. And then we have thing. So you have the sword that we spoke about before. You have the stone that we touched on. You have something specific like Excalibur. Or you could take up your watch. Maybe you have a Casio watch. So you have watch being a general thing, and you have your kind of watch being a Casio watch. So that's how it works out there. And then we have common nouns. General name does not begin with a capital letter, but it is still a noun. It's still the name of person, place, animal, or thing. You have things like uncle, mother, father. You have lion, wolf, dog. They are general. They don't name any one particular member of a species or thing. You even have things being common. So you have an eraser, but on your eraser will have a name that tells you the brand of that eraser, and that will be the proper version. Sorry. So we have proper nouns being specific names to person, places, animals, or thing. So that's where the James and the Rex, the dog, and the Bonbon, right? That's where those kinds of things come in. And that's what you have to keep in mind. So if you have a sentence, and in your sentence you are writing, and what you have to do is include either a common or a proper noun, or you are writing a creative writing piece and you want to talk about somebody specific. So if you have several characters in your story, but you are talking about one particular character doing a thing, you won't say the boy or the girl did so and so. You have to tell the reader who exactly you are dealing with. So if you have characters, James, Shelley, Adana, Alicel, those kind of things, and you know that Alicel is the one making mischief, you have to tell everyone that Alicel is the one making mischief, otherwise they will be confused. And that's how you have to use them. Now, you can, if you have a group of things, you have the girls and the boys, you can't use it as common, but you have to always keep in mind the difference, what the noun is, and how you can use it to make sure that your work has gotten better. So as usual, you can visit the ministry website for more, and I hope you have a very productive day.